I've talked about meeting Sean Hannity, conservative radio host, in the past, and I've admitted that despite finding his politics totally deplorable and disgusting, of the many liberal and conservative media people that I've met, he was one of the nicest. He hangs around the longest, talking to people who want to talk to him or take a picture or get an autograph. Apparently, though, that doesn't apply to everyone that Sean Hannity meets, because it's been leaked that Sean Hannity once pulled out a gun on liberal Fox News contributor Juan Williams in October after getting into a political debate with Williams on air. Hannity pulled out a gun and pointed it right at Williams, according to 3 different people with direct knowledge of the incident. And Hannity, imagine this, was even using the laser sight on the gun. So a red laser dot appeared on Williams's body on the set of Fox News. Sources say that maybe Hannity was kind of joking, but that everybody in the room was very disturbed by what happened, including Williams himself. Other people in the room reported the incidents to higher-ups at Fox News and to the legal and human resources departments that were ultimately notified about this. It's not clear what came of it. A Fox News spokesperson asked about this, said, quote, "Sean Hannity has been trained in firearms safety since he was 11 years old and has a license to carry a gun in 5 states, including New York. The situation was thoroughly investigated, and it was found that no one was put in any danger." Hannity was asked about this as well, and he said via the spokesperson, quote, "While discussing the issue of firearms, I showed my good friend Juan Williams my unloaded firearm in a professional and safe manner for educational purposes only. Every precautionary procedure that I have been trained in since the age of 11 was followed. I've had a concealed carry permit in 5 states for all of my adult life. Any other interpretation of this is outright false reporting." Pointing a gun at someone is pretty high on the list of gun safety things that you should never do, even though he believed the gun to be unloaded. You don't point a gun at someone. So how can the reports all say he pointed the gun at Williams, putting a laser sight on him, and yet followed all safety precautions?
Right.
It doesn't compute.
Whether the gun's real or fake, whether it's loaded or unloaded, you shouldn't do that because you're causing the other person to have fear for their life. And even if you're thinking selfishly, what if Juan Williams had a gun on him and thought he was threatened, pulled out a gun of his own, and someone gets shot in that case? I mean, even from a selfish perspective, and you're not thinking about the other person, you just shouldn't do that out of your own safety.
Also, how is it that all that Fox News has to say about one of their employees pointing a gun at another one of their employees is that all safety measures were followed? There aren't that many employers who would react to one employee drawing a bead with a red laser on another employee in their office space. Most employers would not react in this way, would they?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's just that Juan Williams is often thought of as the token liberal on the show there.
Yeah, so it's okay to point a gun at him.
Yeah, they're okay with that.
I mean, how insane is that? Can you imagine? It's only Juan Williams. He's here just to provide a liberal alternative view to the 99% view. If it had been, I don't even know, Brian Kilmeade who had a gun pointed at him, this would be a very different situation. Hannity, one of the earliest prominent figures in corporate media to support Donald Trump, seems to love confrontation of all kinds, whether it's on Twitter or in studios. I wonder how common it is for people to pull guns out at Fox News. I've been there twice, and in New York City, I didn't see any guns. No. And so I have no idea how common of a thing it is.
Well, you should have one of your own just in case that was to happen.
Right,
the only way to stop Fox News with a weapon is to have one of your own.
Have a weapon yourself, yeah. Very, very strange story, folks.